The microphone's muted. We're off to a flyer. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Outside Insider. We're going to be breaking down some Eagles draft footage for you here on tonight's stream. Obviously, the Eagles have 9 players, which means 9 different film rooms, mini film rooms, live film rooms to get through. We had a little look last time out at Jalix Hunt and why I think that's actually a really strong signing. Like, a lot of people were hesitant about it, whether it's his small school status or the fact that his Senior Bowl tape was for some reason particularly alarming, none of which I saw. I thought when we broke it down that it was absolutely fine. And when we kind of almost re-established different conditions or expectations, things became a lot more optimistic. So we're going to be trying to do that same thing here tonight. On this stream, I'm going to be trying to keep the volume down a little bit because I seem to annoy the neighbors last time out and I don't really want them hammering through my ceiling. So I'll see what I can do. Again, apologies for the late start. If you are just tuning in and you could leave a like on the stream, again, that would be absolutely amazing. It's the best way to help the channel grow and to support what we do. Takes 2 seconds. Just turn that grey thumb blue. And yeah, it helps tremendously. So any likes there will be massively, massively appreciated. Tom is in, Win is in, and so is Zach. And without further ado, I think it's time we get into some draft prospects because there's a lot to get through here. And there's, again, 9. Now, we've already broken down Quinion Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, and Aeneas Smith. Now, I don't mind going over any of those guys again. I'm very much freewheeling this. So if there's a prospect in particular you'd like me to take a closer look at or to break down the tape, maybe want someone we haven't seen yet, I think we did a little bit of Will Shipley, but not too much. We've done kind of Shipley and we've done, obviously, the other guys that you have mentioned as well. So I think it makes sense to start with an offensive lineman. I think for me, a good starting point would be Dylan McMahon. So going to see if there's any film on him available on YouTube just now to have a look at. So there is, apparently the ACC have some tape on him, but that's going to be cherry-picked highlights. Okay, so we can go here. There we go. So we got a 40-minute game against the Clemson defense. So I don't mind doing that whatsoever. Watch CMC Regen. Which one? What, Luke? Or what's up, Peagle? Nice to see you, man. I promise I will be back on Twitch soon as well. Probably won't be tonight, unfortunately. But tomorrow night, I'm shooting for Twitch. So we're coming back in. I know I've had a little bit of a break. Busy draft weekend. But I promise we'll be back on Twitch soon with some more retro stuff. We can do Shipley. I mean, we did Shipley yesterday. I haven't actually shared the screen yet, so I promise it's coming. Undrafted free agents. So I've waited to do the article on the undrafted guys because I want to wait till they're all confirmed because there's usually 10, I think, and I've only seen 7 confirmed. So there might be more than that since I've last checked, but I'm pretty sure there's usually about 10. They've also brought in John Ross as well, former Washington Commander, former first-round pick, I think pick 19 in the draft. Renowned speedster, was meant to be Deshaun Jackson II, ended up being a hybrid of Quez Watkins and Travis Fulgham, so that was great. But yeah, we've got plenty to get through for sure. He's class for sure. So Kemp's a big fan of Will Shipley. I didn't mind him. We'll start with Shipley. We can start with Shipley. I mean, that's not a bad thing. Liam's a sweet boy. You're a sweet saint, buddy Christ. You are a sweet saint. Don't you worry about that. Howie said it's going to be a small class. Lucas is here. Nice to see you, my friend. I love the Lego Star Wars picture. It always makes me smile, that one. Let's start. Well, we've got the offensive line here, so we can start with Dylan McMahon. Has he numbered the players? Okay, right guard 54. So we can do it. So I know I'm not sharing the screen yet. Give me a sec. I was making sure I actually had some tape to show you first. So here we go. So this is North Carolina State, I should say, against Clemson. So we're looking at 54. So offensive line's easy to spot. 54 down here is where we're looking. Obviously, right guard. So in a base set, you've got tackle, guard, center, guard, tackle. So it's kind of easy to spot. Right guard here, Dylan McMahon. So initial rep, run blocking. I mean, he makes a good play for it. I'm annoyed that camera looks a bit weird there. Can we get that first play again? Here we go. So it's taking a look at this. Doesn't really get out. See, what I really like off the bat, and I know it's different for guards and tackles, but look at the leverage here. We spoke about this last night when looking at Jalix Hunt. You don't want to end up like this. This was kind of Jordan Mailata's rookie year, and it was the one that we didn't really understand how to leverage his body and his power properly. We're one play into this, and you see the difference with Dylan McMahon, where he's got that back foot planted so much further back, and it just provides a real anchor. Like that, like tackles get nowhere near him because of that. Unfortunately, kind of loses out the block a little bit, but it doesn't really matter. It's an outside pull and there's a minimal game. So you're not really mad at that. I kind of want to see him, reaching at the fielder in pass pro. We've got a mild example of it here, but it doesn't really go anywhere. So you just see if he can get off a block and move upfield, which he did do. I mean, it's hard to see on like a bubble or a screen or a sweep. But again, so he hasn't really got an assignment there. Did he miss that? I'm not. He might have missed that one to help the tackle. There was no double team assignment. It didn't look like. So he's just kind of sat in no man's land. But doesn't help. Number 5 has just steamed through the tackle there, and they complete a pass, so it's not the end of the world. It'll be interesting from this view to see where his head's at. Yeah, I think more than anything, he's just trying to seal that hole. I don't know if that is on him or not. You'd like to think the running back would make a play there, and he's just not asked either. So could be schematic, could be just a whiff. I'm not sure. So next play, hands into the chest of the defensive tackle, leveraging nicely. Can he hold that hole open? Yes, he does. I mean, that was a gaping hole there. Running back goes the other way anyway. But yeah, nothing too disastrous there. Now he gets moved back a little bit on this one, but not that bad. So he gets thrown with a bit of a different technique. See, the defensive tackle tries to go under him. But the difference is, again, and we said this frequently now, shoulders over knees is the best thing you can do as an offensive lineman because you're not going to get over leveraged. And just look at where that center of mass is. It is all here pushing forward. And it enables him to sustain that block a little bit longer. He gets upended a little bit. The one thing that stands out here, it could be the lack of size. I know that has come up occasionally in discussions. That he lacks a little bit of size. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see if he does get overpowered. But I mean, it didn't look like an issue there. It's just something, I guess, worth noting. Next play. All good. Yeah, nothing. It's kind of hard with offensive linemen. You're just looking for technique more than anything else at this point. Like, I don't know the NC State playbook. I don't know what his blocking assignments are. You're just kind of guessing. So it's a lot easier to, he's won or lost that, and just look at, the actual technical attributes displayed during the play, which so far have been pretty good. Nice get off there. Obviously, I'm assuming you're going to have an outside rush this way. That's where all the linemen are pulling. He's going to push his tackle over there. They're going to drag these here. I mean, I'm assuming that's the way it's going. Yep. So does a very good job. I kind of want to see if he does that all on his own or if he had some help. But yeah, don't mind that at all. Yeah, it did very well there. Shame the play didn't really reflect it, but does he reach up to that linebacker? No. So kind of a run-heavy offense, which I guess bodes well for the Eagles if they're used to having someone. He hasn't seen much action in pass pro, which is slightly not concerning. I mean, it's a bit annoying. I know we're only a quarter into this game, but I'd like to see him more one-on-one with some tackles, see what he does power-wise, but just in his stance, very athletic, holds his own quite nicely. Light on his feet, moves around quite nicely. It's solid. It looks solid so far. I mean, we'll watch a second game. That's always our rule, right? We watch 2 games of a player. Young Howard has excelled this draft. Best of Philadelphia Eagles. Yes, he has. He's done very well. Very, very well. Found a lot of later O-linemen have issues with leverage. Stoutland is a leverage specialist. 100%. For me, says Greg, technique over size, Kelsey like. Yeah, and he's been compared to Jason Kelsey for that regard because Kelsey too, 6th-round pick, lacked a little bit of size, but technical fundamentals and athleticism off the charts. And not that it's a direct comparison, but I think you can definitely see shades of that kind of player being flashed here. Again, we're only a quarter in, but does I reach up to the next level? Yeah, but wow, didn't really have a chance to do much there, did he? Does he move up quite nicely? It's yeah, all right. So he's not quite, the elusive guard that Kelsey was or the elusive center he was, but that was a nice little chip there. Don't know on that one. He needs to get to that next block, and I think he fell over. Oh, that's why. Okay, he fell over there. So he's gone for the legs, which, look, it's a weird one because he was going after 13, got in nice and early, brought him down, but 13 got up and then initially made the stop. So had that, block been completed, it would have probably been a huge open run. But, it's a small game. You take it. I'm trying to see who NC State's quarterback was. Doesn't look half bad, to be honest. I get a hunch it's Rattler in it. I know it's not. I don't know why I'm thinking Spencer Rattler. Maybe it is. Who's to say? It isn't, is it? Yeah, not too much to write home about there. So you switch sides and obviously going the other way. So you're looking here, like obviously left shoulder or the center. Yeah, that's what we're kind of looking for. Pass pro rep, one-on-one essentially. Gets pushed back a little bit, but nothing too alarming. The alarm bells aren't ringing, put it that way. They are there a little bit. He did get absolutely killed on that one. I think he just over leveraged a bit. But in fairness, it has gone into the running back, so maybe that was part of the plan. He's kind of opened up a little bit. Look, the physical blocking fundamentals are really good. You can see that the center of mass, again, shoulders, knee pads, keeps a firm base. He just only had one arm on him, so it's a lot easier for 13 is causing problems all day. All day. I hope we get a little bit of a view here. We do. Yeah, he's just gone off that inside edge and oh, he was playing 5 even. Okay, let's watch that back again. So maybe I was looking at the wrong player. I'm not sure. So he was blocking number 5. Oh, okay. Oh, he switched position. Oh, he's here now. Strange. Okay, ignore me. Ignore me. All right. So I was looking at the wrong guard, which is good. So he's gone. Yeah, he's been beaten by 5 there pretty badly. Trying to see how. Active hands kind of gets up into the chest, but I just think the angle was bad, really. Like, it wasn't the greatest angle in the world there. That's the wrong rep, isn't it? Yeah, all right, next rep. My bad, sorry. Hang on, bear with me. Yeah, so he's kind of gone to crash that inside and help the center, kind of realised he's out of position. By the time he stepped back, I think 5 had too much momentum. Got his hands up. And I think he actually bats the pass down. So, yeah, you can see he shuffles to the center, which is what he's meant to do. But 5 has just come at him like a freight train. He's tried to get into the chest, but I think what he's wrongfully done really is get all that weight on his upper body to try and drive him back. And that's just allowed the edge rusher there to make a play. Is what it is. It's the first real bad rep we've seen from him, but it is in pass pro, which is interesting. Like I kind of want to see what we're working with here in pass protection. So, well, I don't know where he is on this play. Trying to spot him. Oh, he's there. There he is. I got him. Yeah, won his rep, drives him upfield. He was on 22. No concerns on that front. Not bad there. I mean, so far, so I mean, the base fundamentals are there. Like even there, like the hunger. Excuse me. All right, Siri's kicking off. Is it playing a song? I hope not. That's going to wake the neighbors. But yeah, you can look at the leverage on that. It is playing. Hey Siri, stop. I don't want a copyright strike tonight, if possible. That would be ideal. Yeah, really engages on that and just starts working that lower body upfield. Drives into the ground. It's nice. Good play. Very good play. Yeah, nothing wrong with that at all. Don't mind that whatsoever. So we've got him working outside there. Do we? Yeah. Nice. I mean, it's solid. I think so far, so good. It's hard not to be, you know, I'm not blown away, but at the same time, I'm not massively devastated. Like, there's upside. I think the fundamentals are good. There's a lack of size, which I think is definitely prevalent. That was a really bad camera angle. I hope we get a better one of that. Almost broken up there as well. Can we get a replay? Yeah, we do. All right, 54. See what we're looking at right there. Yeah, does his job. Not really on him at all, is it really? That one. So just a bad throw. Really bad camera angles. I wish it. Why don't you just show more than like the bottom third of the screen? I might have half a chance of seeing what's going on. Needing to come back the other way. I'm sure we'll be all right then. But yeah, holding his own there against an edge rusher with very active hands in it, like that worked inside. We don't care about that play. This one we do. Immediately, big get off there for 13. Does he stop him? It's just a crash run play. Fair enough. Yeah. Did what he had to at the goal line. A little bit hesitant on that block there. And okay, never mind. It worked. All right. But I mean, in fairness, I think Clemson are just trying to blitz and generate some pressure. He just holds that. Yeah, he's all right there. So far, it's one of them. You can see why he's a lower round draft pick. Just because he doesn't have that pop that I think a lot of the other guards at this sort of level will. Having said that, you got him here, 54 on that right-hand side again. He's already played at both guard spots today. Helps the tackle, works back inside to get an arm. Just enough there. It's a shame the play came from the other side, but didn't do too badly. There's another one where he's kind of double. I think they've worked out here that 5 might be an issue, so they're double teaming him. Now you've got a 3-man rush, so that should be an easy double team. And gets walked. Oh, that wasn't nice. That was pretty bad. But was that on him or the tackle? See, the leverage is good. This is what I don't mind. Like, he's blocking the right way. It's just one of them where I'm not really sure. Yeah, the tackle's kind of got underneath him, caused him to lose his grip. And yeah, I think the tackle kind of ruined that one a little bit. That wasn't overly on him. I think we should get another view of it here. Yeah, so you can see the tackle then almost like shoves him off by mistake. Yeah, it happens. He hasn't sacked his own quarterback, so he's immediately better than whatever the hell Jamon Brown was doing, which is a win in my books, you know. So far, says Greg, yes, happy feet. He's willing to engage in his handsy. Leverage issues, no quick get off, lacking nastiness. Yeah, he's a bit more. I think that goes into the footwork, like definitely. He's a bit patient with his feet, and kind of waits for that opening to get into the chest of the lineman. But from like when he engages the block onwards, he's normally there. He just doesn't have that next gear, if you will, that kind of killer drive them to the ground, finish the play. It's much more like drop and come back, and you can see it a little bit there. When he does engage, it's good, but there'll just need to be a little bit of work, I think, on that. Yeah, that essentially that first step of like, instead of waiting for them to punch into his chest, like, can he swat down a move, for instance? I'm not seeing too much of it here at the minute, which is slightly annoying. Here we go. We've got another view here. I think I do wonder if sometimes that patience or reluctance to engage is what leaves those holes open. Because we've seen a couple of times where he's been beat in pass protection just because his angling has been bad. And I wonder if that is a consequence of those slight issues there. Don't care about that one. Go and get it, Phil. Get it. Okay. Pass was an awful pass for a 3-yard pass. That was dreadful. Again, we can't really see what's going on, which is very annoying. But it does hold his own quite nice. Get to him. Yeah, I don't mind that. That's all right. He's a little bit better in open space where those feet can work for him a bit better. I think just at the line of scrimmage, that was a bit nice. Let's go back to that. Now, did he just put someone in the dirt? Yeah. Okay. There we go. That's a bit better. Did he fall over or did he push him? That's what we need to know. He's turned his head. I think he did that. I think that was him. Here's a replay of that one because that was naughty. Yeah, look at that. All right, something's woke him up. Someone's made a chirp about a family member, maybe. I don't know if someone's wound him up. Yeah, last couple of plays has almost been a little bit extra pop to him, it looked like. Yeah, he's driving a bit. Maybe it's because they're down 2013. Game's getting a bit more intense and he's warming into it a bit more. You can see just the footwork there is really nice. You can see him here. Just watch the footwork as he kind of gets out leverage, just bounces, keeps a massive wide stance. You know he's got help. I mean, obviously they lose the rep, but it's looked a little bit better. Stoutland can iron out any technical issues if he's willing to learn and grasp it. 100% agree. I mean, there's no better O-line coach in the league than Jeff Stoutland. I think we're all very much aware of that, which is a blessing for this Eagles team. And yeah, like hopefully they can iron this out because the floor is pretty stable. Like you've got a lineman that understands the leverage bit. I think the issues come from when he takes bad angles and gets himself out of position. It's not too much to worry about there. He's not really involved in that one. Back at right guard with the tackle. I don't know what happened there. It sped up for a minute. Whoopsie daisy. Yeah, see, that was kind of another one where I just let one slip in by. Was he trying to chip up? I'm not sure. Oh, it wasn't him. It was the tackle. All right. Okay. Yeah, I see what you mean. There's a little bit of just a lack of grit, for lack of a better term. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but that little edge that a lot of linemen have that kind of extra gear to put someone on the ground. Like if you just watch him here, completely worked there. Yeah, you can see me. I mean, he did all right. He contained his man, but when you watch when he gets to him, so he gets beaten and he works back into the play quite well. The quarterback got sacked anyway, but it's there. Yeah, he adapted quite nicely there. If you just watch this one again, just holding that gap quite nicely. The only issue is, and I wonder if that's more of a tackle thing than him, because the tackle, like, just completely allowed number 5 to swim under, which pulls the guard out. And then next thing you know, you've got a crashing sea of orange around the quarterback. So I don't know if that was all him, to be honest. Oh, nice throw. Oof. I say nice throw. The velocity was good. The rest of it was bad. He gets worked by 13 a bit there. Take a closer look here. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying with angles. Like everyone else is literally like he's like he's blocking an edge rusher. You know, like he's literally horizontal with him, and he's got to try and push him out the path of the quarterback. It didn't work out too badly because it was a pass going horizontally anyway. But even there again, tends to end up on like a right angle with an open stance. And as much as his stance is good, if it's in the wrong place and you're not in front of your guy, they're just going to breeze by you. And he's been kind of lucky that hasn't happened more often, I think. Like he often ends up, see, but when he is in front, he holds quite well. Like that was the direct opposite. Just watch how he engages 13 here. Again, shoulders over knees, isn't getting bent back, keeps moving his feet back, holds up nicely. Look at the pocket that he's been able to provide there for the quarterback. Pass over the middle. That's better. When he gets it right, it's really nice. Like it's just that first step, because when he's actually engaged in a block, he's probably got the most leverage there. He's got like an extra 2 steps on the other guard of space. It feels like there's almost, yeah. So he did it again there, and he's been lucky to save that. It's forced to scramble, but just watch the first move. He's the first one to move off that line, and he jumps out to the left, and all that's done is allow 5 to go inside the right. And look at that. That's the thing. That first step isn't there. It's too hesitant and trying to close a gap, or the center's moving that way, so I'll cover it a bit. And it opens him up to just being beaten around the side. And that's the only place he really is. He doesn't really get ball rushed that much. He doesn't get walked back to the quarterback, but he just sort of gets, you know, like again there, when it's horizontally on, he had to do with a lot of power there from 14. And you can see him plant that back foot, driving back the other way. When it's in front of him, he's fine. He just seems to allow things to hit him like outside of those leverage points, outside right and left. And that's hurting him, I think. Guards are short arms, so they must have a quick get off and a willingness to drive a player backwards. Yeah, I'd agree. I mean, don't know what happened there, but that ain't pretty. Oh, okay. Looked like it was stunt or a twist. So, I mean, it's not. Yeah, very well worked by Clemson. I mean, the O-line just got absolutely shafted with that. Unlucky, really. I mean, the quarterback did really well to get the ball out, let alone give the receiver half a chance to make a play. Yeah, 5 just shoved Dylan McMahon out of the way. Great ball down there. It's a step too long, but hey, it's out of harm's way at least. But yeah, that first step is just, it's too puppy feet. It's too like happy feet. You know, you can see him that he's just being very gentle, very composed, which is fine. When the block's in front of him, it's fine. It's as soon as he ends up going 1 step too much to the right, or almost being baited by a rusher, or maybe it's that. But he's done it there, look. Now, I get why he's done it, because the point is there, you're forcing 13, I'm assuming it's 13, into a double team. You're walking him into the tackle, which is fine. The bad side thing is he tends to do that step like every play. So if he's in an ISO matchup, he tends to like open himself up to just being like drilled on the right shoulder or the left shoulder. You saw it a little bit there, look. Now he ended up getting away with it, but again, first step takes a bad angle and it allows 5 to just breeze across off that block. McMahon picks him up quite well, goes to the floor with him, but what a hit that was. I want to watch that again. Just want to watch the hit. Hello. See you later. Who's 0 for Clemson? I like him. Get him in. I've only seen one play, but that'll do me. Yeah, there just isn't that finish, the polish. It's bad snap there. 54 gets off. If you just watch everyone else, he's like the last one to the ball. And this is the thing that with Jordan Mailata that really stuck out early on. Like if a quarterback went down when it was Wentz, first one over to help the quarterback up, help Sanders up, help Scott up, help his teammates up, in and around the pile every single time. And it's a subtle thing, but it just speaks so much about his character. And not that McMahon doesn't have it. I would see him in open field here. Oh, God, that was a bad decision there. Right, you're a lead blocker for a running back. Surely that's the target. And he's... Okay. Yeah, all right, sure. If you like. It's not bad. It's just, you can see why he's a late round prospect. I'll put it that way. Yeah, perfect example of the footwork there. Just watch how many steps without actually moving. Right, ready? 1, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 he's engaged. And the angle is a tackle bullying him inside, trying to rip underneath. And again, pass break up for the defense, and it's not all on him there. But if we go back and watch that, and if you just compare it to the other guard, so we're watching the left guard now, which is here. It's just much like more compact. Like his hands are so low. Like look how low his hands are there. Even compared to the tackle, the tackle's got them what, like over his sternum. These are kneecap level, and you're just asking to be bullied inside there. Like you're inviting that first move, and it's really tough from that position. Do Keegan. Keegan's coming up. Don't you worry. Keegan's coming up. He's my next target on this list. Don't you worry. Also, Clemson's running stun like crazy. He's constantly switching side. Of course, he's not comfortable. Yeah, that is very true. And he hasn't looked that bad. There's just a bit of hesitation. I'm intrigued to see if it follows suit to the next game. That wasn't that bad. See, when he stays pat, he read that very well. There's a twist or a stuntlet you can see. Picks up 14, nice. Holds him in front. When he gets first, he's fine. But he invites too much, and he's too patient, I think. And I don't know if that's come out in the scout. Got walked back a bit there by 13. Let's take a look at that again. Is that just low hands again? I just don't think he got his feet set. He was a bit more upright, and he didn't really engage. Like, look how tall he's standing there. I mean, it's not bad, but he's a bit more vertical. Like, his shoulders are almost on his arse. And he's just getting walked and walked. Like 13 isn't even near him. It's just all arm pushing. Oh, go on. Make the play. Oh, unlucky. Give it a go, I say. Yeah, that's another example where you can see... It's another twist, in fairness to him. It's not bad, but he still ends up sideways. He just does love a sideways block by the looks of it, which I don't like that much. Yeah, a bit of help from the tackle. He's one of them. If he's in like a Matt Pryor situation where he's not that great, so he gets help from tackles, it'll be all right. He got absolutely bullied on that one, like off the line. Bang, pop right up. Look at that. Popped straight up. Now, it didn't matter because the space was generated for the quarterback to sneak in for the touchdown anyway. But all he had to do was kind of maintain, and he did that. So it's not bad. It's not a bad first game. Do we have another one? It's not how I expected him to look. He looks like a baby Nick Farrier who used to write for PSN. Shrine Bowl highlights. Should we have a look at this? Need to see when the game's not out of hand. Props to QB. Yeah, QB looked pretty solid. I can't lie. I don't know who he was, but he looked pretty good. Consider it's 2 years old, he might have developed. Yeah, let's see if we get a more recent one. I mean, the Shrine Bowl is a good shout, but I'm trying to see if there's another tape somewhere. He just looks like he's 55. Do we have... That was last season, that one. So NC State have uploaded tape here. It's going to be highlights, so I'm not holding out a tremendous amount of hope, if I'm honest, because we know how this goes. It's typically, you know, just pancakes and big blocks and stuff like that, and I don't really know what we're going to get. We can have a look at least. He does like a beefed up Nick Farrier. Here we go. All right. There's a bit more of a push there. We didn't really see that in the first one. I don't know if his size has bulked up a little bit. I mean, he's still 6'3", 300, so he's not the biggest guy in the world. He's my height and a bit fatter. Not fatter, muscly, you know what I mean? Right. This is sort of the big one. Leverage is under. That's a bit more engaging. If we just watch that one again. There's a bit more of a pop to that than there was in the Clemson game. I'll give him that. But again, these are cherry-picked highlights, so I don't want to give too much away or get too high on it. But I mean, it's a bit better. Why that was a highlight, I have no idea. I guess it's just showing his ability to push that block out the way, which wasn't overly difficult. But hey, he did it, so well done. See, apparently he's, well, he just said they're really agile as an athlete. Not much of that is shown outside of his footwork, but holds that gap well. He's only facing a DB there. Yeah, I'm not sure why that was a highlight, but okay. That's a bit better. There you go. Get to the second level. That's better. That's a bit better. Reach block, second level, into 5. Wrap your arms around him. Hold it. Yeah, nice. That was much better. I wish there were more full games to watch, to be honest. He's definitely not terrible. There's upside. What was that highlight? Wasn't even on the screen. Tremendous fundamentals. I would agree with. He understands leveraging. He can just sometimes get a bit too worried. Now, again, he does a much better job there of keeping it in front of him. If he can keep vertical to the tackle, whoever he's guarding, he does play a lot better, which is kind of a given. But in that Clemson game, he was just a little bit too held back with things, I think. So thoughts on the more updated one there? I feel like it's meant to be more as a backup center than a guard. Wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. There's the nasty. Yeah, it's there. It's embedded in there somewhere, hidden deep down. We've got. We don't want to click edge of Philly because Phil works for him now and he's a rival, isn't he? So we can't. I can't be giving him views. That's not fair. They're taking my whole thing bar for bar, using combine tape and saying he's elite. That's my thing from years ago. What the hell, guys? Come on now. Nah, I'm messing. That's the thing with film rooms. Like, I would love to get back into doing them, but they take so much time and so many people do them now. Like when I did them, it was kind of just me and a couple others. But you know, we're having fun doing this. It's all that matters. We'll do the Shrine Bowl highlights because I think that's kind of a good grading scale at least. Ignore the advert. That wasn't, you know, the plan there. Right. Off we got. So he's listed here as a center. So there's a bit of versatility to it. Yeah, it could well be a backup center. I think it was Tom that said that. I mean, again, leverage is quite nice. Nothing wrong with that. That was pretty solid. See, when it stays in front, that was a bit better. Look, that little duck to move with the tackle there was great. You can just see the tackle moves is like, so there, you know he's going to kind of switch back the other way because his left foot gets bounced outside and immediately springs back. Like, you can see the rip underneath. And look how low he gets to just bounce back up and under. That was really nice. I didn't watch a Shrine Bowl this year. Maybe I should have. Nice little reach block. Yeah, one of them. I mean, there's some things to work on, but there's bound to be when you're getting a player this late in the draft. You know, again, we're talking deep diving bargain buckets here. And we've seen enough to be like moderately impressed, I would say. Like, hey, do you know what? He's not a finished product. We know he wasn't going to be. There's clear things to work on. At least we can keep an eye on these now moving forward. Not a bad first step there, I suppose. I don't worry about offensive linemen, says HC. When we have Stout in university, Stout will get the best out of anyone. I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. OL State v Wake Forest. All right. Oh, just knock my glass over. Here we go. I like that. You are cooking there. That's the wrong one, isn't it? That's the Wake Forest. I thought that was the wrong one. I was like, it's going the wrong way. Right. Here we go. So 54 again. So he's starting at left guard on this one. We'll make it a bit bigger so we can see it. I think we might have to do like one per prospect, to be fair. Because we're already over halfway into the stream. Let's have a look. Does he get in there? Bit late on that block, but he pushed him to the ground. I mean, it doesn't. Yeah, to be fair, the linebacker took an extra step, and he's been patient, waited a bit, and okay, it's yeah. Again, that it's just that nastiness, isn't it? Well, I think a few other people might have. Who's this fella? Who's this fella? Scorpion, I think his name is. I don't know. Number 10. Get him in. I like that. On a reverse. Round he goes. Get up. Easy game, look. Easy game. Never in doubt. Right. Anyway, back to 54. Here, I think might have even taken a snap there. He did. Yeah. So he was playing center on that snap. Immediately into a block. Yeah, not bad. Does the job. Is he playing center here? Does it say? It doesn't. It looks like he's playing center. He's done it for 2 snaps. Was there an injury? Was it just a switch up? I don't know, but he's definitely playing center. So, all right. So we've got the versatility card marked, and he seems to be faring a bit better at center. I wonder if it's because it's a little bit easier to manage your angles because you're in a box. You're very much in a box at center, and you're guaranteed to have a tackle in front of you like 90% of the time. So even here, he's back at guard there. Reaches the second level. That's the wrong player, isn't it, Liam? Hold on. Where is he? Is he there? Is he left guard? He's that versatile. I don't even know. I think he lost the rep. To be honest, I think he did lose the rep there. So I thought I had a phone call then. Never mind. If that's him, it's a bad rep. I don't know if it is. I can't see the numbers from here, but it looks like it's again another one of those dodgy angles where he's sort of gone sideways a bit onto the outside shoulder. And yeah, the leverage when the block's engaged is good. The leverage before the block is typically a bit worse. Oh, no, it wasn't him. No, sorry, that was the wrong player. No. There he's playing center. I was looking at the tackle. Tackle was shite on that rep. But he does look a little bit small. And a total lack of awareness, it looks like there. For someone that's looking around a lot, you've missed him, mate. He has gone there, hasn't he? Drops off, immediately looks left. He dropped back really quick. The rest of the line didn't even move. Look, snap, move. No one's moved. He's the only one that's moved. I think that's more of an offensive line thing than him, to be honest. I feel like the guard should have this guy, not the center. But even so, he's I'm not putting that all on him because no one moved there. But we're keeping our eyes on there. We're keeping our eyes on the center. Better. That was a bit better. Keep those feet moving. Yeah, walk back. Yeah, he's all right there. Held his own. Nice throw. Out of bounds. But did he get beaten on that one off the bat? Again, it's that he does a little step inside. And it just gets him beat too many times, though. And he has to work back. And he's got away with it again because the running back's gone the other way. But it feels this is a real common thing now. This is a year later. And I know that it's hard because I know the rest of the line's moving that way. Like if you watch the guys around him, like the guard and the tackle, they're all moving to the right. So I get it. But at the same time, you can't leave a massive A-gap wide open. And he does it too much. If you're blocking air, you're not supposed to be there. I like that. I like that saying. That's a good saying. I'm a big fan of the Eagles, says Little G. Better Eagles draft good. I lost my family members. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Yeah, really sorry that you're going through that. That sounds really tough. And hopefully, yeah, things get a little bit easy for you. We're all here for you as a community, man. We love you. Thank you for hanging out and watching the streams with us. I'm sure if you need to chat to any of the boys in the stream or just want to use the comments to, just share some thoughts with us, we're all here for you, man. Yeah, whatever you need, just keep your head up. And yeah, I know it's going to be a really tough time for you. So hopefully, the very least I can do is give you a little, Eagle stream every now and again to hopefully show you how exciting these prospects are and that sort of thing. But yeah, if there's anything I can do, please, let me know. Kevin Concepcion was a 10 freshman receiver. Oh, I liked him. He looked good. He looked good in that little game there. He did look good. That's better. Bit of a... There we go. Look, we haven't seen him do that. We haven't seen him finish a play to that level. Look, get him on the floor. Bang. See you later. That's much better. Much better. And we get another view just for our own pleasure. Get him down. Yeah, down he goes. I like that. Bit better this time. It's nice seeing. I mean, we're talking two very different roles at guard and center, but even there, when you're going to have just an outright war when you're at the goal line, first to engage. I think that is the first time I've seen him first to engage a block, to be honest. Who else have I gone through, says Aiden. So far, we did Will Shipley yesterday, and we did... Who was the other one we did yesterday? Oh, it's completely evaded me now. Jalix Hunt. That was it. Jalix Hunt. We've done Jalix. And then we've done Quinion and Cooper before the draft, but we're going to redo them now, just because now they've been drafted. I will start making these streams targeted for each player, because it'll be a little bit easier to understand. Because I know at the minute, I didn't know what the format was going to be and how long it would take to get through each player. So that's on me. But yeah, the next, we'll go through one by one. This is Dylan McMahon. This will be tonight's stream. We will do maybe Johnny Wilson tomorrow. Maybe we'll do the other lineman. Sorry, on Wednesday, we'll do the other lineman, Trevor Keegan. And yeah, we'll do the other guys as well. But yeah, we've got plenty to get through. So don't you worry. You strap yourself in. Can't really blame the missed assignments when the whole line's out of whack. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't look like he's exactly, on a prime Eagles offensive front here. But the leverage on that one was pretty good. First to engage, as I said, it's the first time I've seen that or said that, I think, this entire stream when talking about Dylan McMahon. So I like that. Can you do it again? Better. See, when he's first to jump, he's all right. That was nice. Came off one block, did another. He's fine. When he gets up and he's got, well, I'm not sure it's a confidence thing or a scheme thing, but when he's the first to put that was bad. I take it back. That one was pretty bad. You got beaten by 29. He's a defensive back, mate. Okay, I think he got walked back out of the play by 93, to be honest. But either way, it's not his finest moment, is it? Better there. Almost lost it, but again, he engages better as a centre than he does at a guard. And at a guard, he's got nothing else to worry about other than what's in front of him. At centre, he's playing really well. That's really weird. You'd like to think centres would typically play a bit better at guard because it's less responsibility. But he is having a field day out there. Did he lose that one? First to engage, hands underneath, keeps the leverage, gets overpowered a bit. Could have reset his feet a bit there, to be honest. But I don't think it would have made a ton of difference. And they did score anyway? Yeah, doesn't really matter then. So that's another one where he's gone off a little bit sheepish to look around. Could have maybe done with holding that one just a fraction longer. Sometimes he just does look a little bit lost in that second level. A little bit. Like he just sort of walks around looking for someone to put a hand on for like 2 seconds, half-heartedly. That haunts him a little bit, I think. But I mean, overall, it's looking all right. Has he just fumbled that? Has he just fumbled? Tell me that wasn't him. Tell me that wasn't him. Okay, it wasn't. It was a bad snap. The running back who just ran into him. Literally ran into him, knocked him over. And it's the ball cut. And he's... What has he done there? That is horrific. What have I just watched the running back slide off and drop the ball? So he hasn't hit the ground. So he's gone over 2 linemen, rolled, and then dropped the ball. That is stupendous. That's got to be that's a touchdown, isn't it? That's got to be. That's got to be. That's ridiculous. I mean, it wasn't really McMahon's fault. The running back's just put his arm in the air, look, fell over and dropped the ball. That's the first time I've seen that. I'll level with you, chat. That is the first time I've seen that. And I've seen a lot in my time. That's the first time I've seen one of them. Not bad there. I don't think he was a guard there for a minute. Oh, no, he's back at centre. Oh, don't give me a split cam. The screen's small enough as it is, but sustains. Oh, okay, that wasn't really him. There he is, second level. Oh, see, what are we doing there? It's a second level stuff, look. What is that? What is that? Why is he doing the worm? Was it the running back he ended up giving it a tackle to as well? No, I don't think it was. It's made there. No, all right. So it wasn't the ball carrier that went down, but I mean, either way. Yeah, it's one of them. There's enough there to be optimistic. It's something Jeff Stoutland's probably salivating over because he isn't bad. You're like, all right, well, look, there's enough athleticism, there's enough technique there. That was all right there. Look, he's taken on a double team. Edge rusher is away, and he's just able to push him just about out of harm's reach. QB extends the play, does get positive yardage out of it. So I mean, that's all right. He's had to kind of re-leverage that, and the car's just let him do it on his own, and he's done all right. So that there are little flashes of like, all right, he can hold his own, and then you get stuff like that where literally one play later here, almost it looks like, total unawareness that someone's just beat the left guard inside, gone behind him. Don't know. Again, I think it's clear why he's a late. Oh dear, what the hell was that? So it looked like the defensive line shifted about a second before the snap, and he just didn't account for it and took the same line anyway. And just got bamboozled there. Again, positive yardage is not the end of the world. I think it was more of just like everyone's just chop blocking a bit. Yeah, no one's trying to sustain. I guess maybe it's just trying to create a hole for the quarterback to run through, but at the same time, yeah. What you're expecting out of a player drafted this late, but there's enough to be optimistic. Like, if this guy was like a 3rd round pick, I'd be a bit terrified. As a 6th round pick, I'm not looking at it scared. I'm like, well, look, you've got the best offensive line coach, arguably in NFL history, getting a player that's built like Jason Kelce, that has similar athletic traits to Jason Kelce. His ceiling probably is a backup. I don't think he's going to be a long-term starter. I might be wrong. He might well be. But stuff like that is really good. And he'll go from, look, get him out of the way. Make the hole. Really good. I will say he's played better as a center than a guard. I wasn't expecting that at all. But he has looked much better as a center. Get there. Sustain that. Good. Sort of. It was a defensive back. Can't be too, complimentary. But look, that was better. Kept the pocket alive. QB makes a play. So it's very interesting, Dylan McMahon. Very, very interesting. I should have probably retitled this stream, to be honest. I can tell Statton's first lesson when he leverage is learning how to use the punch technique to slow down speedy players. Yeah, it's something to do with that initiation thing, isn't it? Because he's very much waiting for it. You see it perfect. Just as I read that comment out, Greg, like, yeah, it's something where it's like he would rather try and step in the way of the lineman and just be there. And that can often lead him into trouble. We're going to read a scouting report after this and just see how much of it marries up, because I am intrigued to know what outside of, excuse me, outside of, oh my God, he's a freak athlete and he's versatile, like how much else does he actually offer? Or doesn't in terms of weaknesses? But what he can sustain blocks. He plays pretty good as a centre. There hasn't been much. He hasn't had a sack, I don't think, this game. Oh dear. 3 flew in there, didn't he? He's all right. Like it's an all right game. It's all right. It's better than Jordan McGee. I'm really curious to see what Washington Commanders fans are talking about Jordan McGee, like if they're hyping him up or not. But that's for another stream. For now, we'll see out the analysis on Dylan McMahon. But it's not. That was really good. That was really good. Sustained, drives up, look at him, driving him up the field. Bit of a bad angle, but he's trying to rush underneath and is able to almost cement that point of contact and drive him uphill. It's nice. That was good as well. Push him out the way. Can't be mad at it. Good again. It's just trying to add polish, isn't it? I think, and give him some more tools to use because he's got the fundamentals there, but the fundamentals won't be enough to win against, NFL Pro Bowl level tackles. When he's already being like out leveraged at the point of attack, like that first step is huge. And while he's got a good one, it's often too patient, and stuff like that happens quite a lot where he ends up being slipped around and slipped by because he's got too much open space on that right side. So, yeah, impressive profile. Very intrigued just to see what the scouts are saying, to be honest. So this is Bleacher Report. And they've said solid redirect skills to slide. Well, he definitely slides. Mirror and slow down moves across his face. Can timely sort and work with multiple threats. And he did that against Clemson. Enough quickness to get to landmarks and reach. He does that. Easy mover. I'll give him that. Lacks the strength or the length. I mean, that's just a guard. Easily stack, shed, and slip by. Yeah, all right. So we've established that. And that's all they've said, really. It's quick out of his stance with the movement and aiming points. Lacks the strength to hold the point and execute gap concepts, making him highly scheme dependent. Having said that, he looks all right. He slides and mirrors well enough to get to spots on time. Solid athlete who can function in his own heavy scheme, which works. It'd be worth bringing his undrafted free agent, but his lack of play strength is a limiting factor in his overall ability to control and sustain blocks. Controlling, I would say for sure. Sustaining, he's fine at when he's actually engaged. If he's engaged your block, he's all right. It's when they come at him first. Once the man gets his hands on you, you're got. It's just yeah. It's an intriguing profile. Center only prospect. Well, that's a lie because we've just seen him play guard on the next level. Lacking desired length and strength. Plays with good intelligence and technique, which I think we've all agreed. But is likely to struggle when it comes to getting and keeping them blocked in both the run and the pass, which you've also said. He needs to get bigger and stronger. Starter at center and guard. Plays with good technique. Works smoothly from one block to the next at the second. Arguable. Pass sets with ready hands and a direct punch. I wouldn't go that far. I mean, the hands aren't existent. He just sort of walks around with his hands behind his back. And he has great posture in blocks. He has fantastic posture. The hands, I think, could use, a little bit of work. Lack of mass. Struggles to keep better players from crossing his face. Below average leg drive. Frequently battles for hand placement, I'd agree with. Ball rush is able to drive through his edges, which is what I've been saying all day. So they've graded him at 5.8, which is around near an average backup, which isn't bad. That's not bad, right? Like 5.8, yeah, average backup or special teamer. That's fine. I think we can all agree. Like we've learned there that the ceiling for him, as the car pulls into the driveway again, is very much a backup center. I would agree with there. I think that it could be a backup guard. If you can play both, that's fine. He weirdly looked better at center than he did guard. Interesting to see that was also reflected in the scout report, that they said he's a center-only prospect. maybe it is just because he's able to be a bit more compact at centre than he is at guard. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, definitely an intriguing one along the way. He's a crab in the ocean trying to catch fish. Yeah, there's nothing direct about that punch. I will give you that. I think a project center, as Tom says, is probably the right way to go about this. Seems to have a lot of the right traits. It's a shame that Kelsey's gone. I think that he would have really benefited from just 1 year of having Jason Kelsey around to learn things like techniques and hand placement and leverage and when to burst out, when to come back. Like the awareness is okay. The actual technique when he's engaged is fine, but there's a little bit too much waiting and a lot less action. You know, a little less conversation, a little more action, maybe, would be something there that I would definitely emphasize to Dylan McMahon. But as we're nearing the hour mark, we are going to call it there for tonight. I will be back on Wednesday to do another one, and I will title it as One Prospects. We'll spend an hour on one guy because that's probably going to be the best way to do this, isn't it? Just a massive thank you again to everyone who's hung out and watched our draft content as of late. The streams have been amazing. I think the Saturday night, Sunday night, whichever one stream we did, the recap, had over 1,000 views, which was excellent. So just thank you so much for all of your likes and support and being with us throughout that whole weekend. Really wouldn't have done it without you guys. The chat made it what it was, and we got so excited, and just being able to share those moments with you means everything. So thank you for all of your support. In the meantime, you can check out our content on phillysportsnetwork.com. There'll be Eagle stuff coming every single day as per. Flipping the Birds coming up tomorrow, so there'll be even more Eagles content on the YouTube channel. And I'll be back with you on Wednesday. So thank you again for hanging out, guys. I hope you all have a lovely evening. Dylan McMahon could be a fun centre. Next time out, we'll take a look at Trevor Keegan, maybe another player or two. But for now, take care, go Birds, enjoy your evening, and I will see you again on Wednesday.